This is Dating Skills Review with part 4 of our introduction to dating advice. This week, we're going to look at confidence with women. Most of the time, the guys are just underestimating themselves. You second guess yourself during conversations, so when you're talking with a girl, you think about what you say. You're not being natural. You kind of like, oh, should I have said that? Is that the right thing to say? You don't do that with your friends. Why would you do that with a girl? You're supposed to act naturally. You're second guessing yourself because you lack the confidence in what you're saying around women. You back down when challenged. Women often like tease you and bust on you. They make jokes around you. These are like little tests, like to see what you're made of, to see how confident you really are. A guy who backs down, he'll start saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that," or whatever. Guess what? You just failed a test, and it shows that you have a lack of confidence around women. And you may have noticed that she's less interested in you afterwards. You are afraid to tease or bust on women. If you're always nice to women, and you can't like make fun of what they wear or what they're doing, their behaviors and so on. It's because you want to please them too much and you aren't confident. I'm betting that with your friends you joke around, all right? So with women you should be doing the same. It's a crisis of confidence around women if you're not doing that. You get jealous when in a relationship. Jealousy is one of the most negative emotions. All you have to do is read Shakespeare and some of the other more dramatic stuff out there to see what disasters it's caused. Um, the thing is, jealousy destroys relationships, and it comes from a lack of confidence in many areas. When you're not so confident, you start worrying about other guys and other things around you because you feel that they threaten your relationship because you're not confident about it. How would you like to be confident and not have those feelings? Be good, huh? You treat women better than your friends. So I've made several references to friends throughout this. Like, you should treat women exactly like your friends, your good friends. You shouldn't put them on a pedestal or anything like that. It's the same level of relationship. You have good relationships with your friends. You should have similar relationships with women. Um, Basically, treat them like you would yourself, or don't make them out to be anything much better than you. That just shows that you have a self-image that is lower than them. Now, the men that act confidently around women act completely differently. He doesn't limit himself to less attractive women. So, if he sees what he thinks is a 10 out of 10, a super hot girl, he just walks up and starts talking to her. No problems. Doesn't even think about it. He doesn't have a second thought about doing that. It's just natural, and that's where it comes from confidence. Takes the lead with women, so he's quite happy to propose for women to go to different places with him. Say you meet a girl in a coffee shop or someone like that, he'll say, hey, why don't we do this and why don't we do that, or he'll lead a group of women to places. What you find with guys who don't have confidence around women is that they'll wait for the woman to suggest things, and that's not normally what women do. They like to have a guy lead them around. That's all about confidence. If you naturally have confidence, you just suggest things, you plan things, and you lead people around. That's the way it works. Is unfazed when a woman challenges him. So I told you, women are always challenging you, and he just takes it as a joke, and he messes around with them too, and he has fun with it. But a guy who isn't comfortable gets phased. A guy who is comfortable, just actually enjoys the process of women challenging him. Is comfortable and confident in relationships. Very important point. If you lack self-confidence around hot women, it doesn't even matter if you meet and you make a attractive woman your girlfriend. Because if you don't have confidence in yourself, you don't feel that you deserve her, you're kind of looking up to her. In subtle ways, you will undermine your own relationship with jealousy and other emotions, and just projecting these negative emotions. This is an extremely point because it happens to a lot of guys who start with dating advice, but they don't work on their confidence. So they learn other things and they get a nice girlfriend, but they actually destroy the relationship with that girlfriend and they lose her because they haven't developed the confidence which is sufficient to stick with the relationship. We call this skill set at Dating Skills Review inner game and confidence. Inner game refers to it's inside you, it's a mindset, uh, whereas external game is normally about tactics, it's about techniques, it's about things you can say or you can do. Any game is all about the way you should think. That's the way you should think about it. Now, what is in a game and confidence skills all about? It's about understanding how confidence works to attract and create better relationships with women. Now, the important thing to know here is that what you understand more clearly, you are able to implement in your life more easily. So when you understand why confidence is important, how it works, you can accept the ways to improve your confidence a lot easily, and you will understand how to apply them. So that's an important point. Ways to improve your self-image and self-confidence. You know, there are lots of techniques, a lot of them based in scientific methods, things like NLP. You can go as far as hypnosis, necessary or with some people, but most people don't need to go that far. So there are ways to improve your self-image and self-confidence naturally also. New mindsets that are healthier and will promote good relationships with women. So one of the things is just learning a lot of new ways of thinking about relationships with women. And these are like seeds which will grow within you. And over time, as you get more experience, these will actually become true in your mind, right? You'll learn them and you'll be looking out for them in life. And as you see more and more you experience them, they will become embedded in your mindset, and they will change the way you think about women. Techniques to eliminate approach anxiety. Well, approach anxiety is really important to get over, because if you can't approach attractive women, well, you can't have any in your life at all. So approach anxiety is extremely, extremely common. It's like hardwired in us from an evolutionary perspective, because when we were cavemen, if you approached a woman and it didn't work out, you were liable to get clubbed on the head by another caveman, or have something nasty like that happen to you. So it used to have, what should we say, it used to be a relevant anxiety. Today it's completely irrelevant. So there are techniques to completely eliminate that, so you can feel natural talking to new people and women, which is great because it gives you all these new opportunities in your life. Understanding the mindset it takes to pass women's tests. So I was telling you about like all the tests women give you. There are just a few mindsets you have to have with these, and it'll make these actually a lot more fun for you, and you'll start playing around with them, and that in itself will develop more confidence, because you'll be able to withstand more tension with women. I'll talk about more about that in another one of these episodes. That's all from Dating Skills Review today. Watch out for the next episode, guys.